I have a ticket printer here used for a ticket number system, and I want to demonstrate first of all some installation information. First of all, I'm going to take the cover off the back. This is a protective cover for the cables. There's a little thumb screw here. I'm going to unscrew the thumb screw. That exposes the cables. Is serial data in? This jack is serial data out. These are used specifically for connecting to a ticket number system to synchronize the ticket numbers with the display numbers. So for this example, we're not going to use those today. And this is for factory use only. This is actually for reprogramming or for doing firmware updates. And this is a USB connector. This is for changing the content of the ticket. You can plug this into a PC and you can change the content of the ticket, and it looks like a flash drive to a PC. And we're not going to talk about how to do that today. We're just telling you what it does. So I'm going to plug in the ticket printer right here. Okay, so that is, it's got it plugged in. Now I want to turn this sideways. I'm going to take off this cover. I'm going to set the cover off to the side. Now I want to show you something about this ticket printer. A lot of times this gets installed in a place where there's kids around, or people tend to not treat things nicely. And so what we have some holes in the bottom. Now this drawing here shows 4 little holes right here in the drawing. Those holes, I'm going to take out the paper, flip this lever down, and pull out the paper. And if you look down in here, you're going to see 4 holes. These are for mounting this thing to a countertop. And this can be very important. So if you don't want people to steal the printer or for people to mess with it, you can screw it down with 4 screws to a countertop, and they're inside and buried, and people can't remove this ticket printer from wherever you have it located. So this could be very important to you if you're in a situation where people might want to vandalize the ticket printer. Okay, now I want to show you how to put the paper in. I've got the paper out, and I've got a roll of paper here, and I got a printer spool. I'm going to put the printer spool in there. I'm going to set the spool into some slots right here. Just set it right down there. Set the printer and paper in place. And there's a little green lever on the side here. I got to make sure this lever is flipped in the up position. So I'm going to push it up like that. So there's the down position, there's the up position. And when it's in the up position, it's ready to feed paper. Now, I have to make sure this paper is cut square. If for some reason there's a rip across the paper like that, that's not going to feed very well. So what I'm going to do is I have to make it square. So I'm going to fold it back. I'm going to make it nice and sharp. And I don't really have to tear off the edge. As long as I got a square edge, I can feed that into the slot, and it starts making noise, and it's going to grab, and it's going to cut off, and there's a piece of scrap left over. I discard the scrap. If I don't discard the scrap, it'll cause a paper jam. So now it's online. You'll see the word online. It's ready to go. I press the button, and it will print a ticket, and it's held in there with a little piece of paper. I yank it, and the paper comes out with the printing on the ticket ready to go. So each time I press the button, I will get a new ticket. I'll press it again here just for the demonstration. And I'll pull the ticket, and now I've got my second ticket, number 11. So this ticket number will continue to increment each time I press the button. I'm going to print one more ticket here just to see how. And you notice the light on here is blue when the ticket is good. Now I'm going to flip this lever down and pull out the paper. I want to print a ticket, or try to print a ticket. The light turns red or purple. That's a warning sign, and that there's something wrong. If you look over here, it says printing. It sits there, it does nothing. because there's no paper in there. So it warns you there's a problem. And after some period of time, it's going to give you some other warnings on here. So I can feed the paper back in. After I need to flip the lever back up, feed the paper back in. Okay, now I need to make sure to remove that last little piece of paper, and since I had already started the ticket, it now finishes the ticket. I want to look at this display for a moment. Now this is a standalone ticket printer, and so the time and date is on here, and one of the important steps I have to do is set this time and date. Now for daylight savings time, I have to move it back an hour. For standard time, I've got to move it forward an hour. So if I go and press the setup button, it goes into setup time and date. Now I can turn this knob and I can change the date. Press select once. There's the date. Press select again, that changes the month. Press it again, that changes the day. Press it again, that changes the hour. Press it again, that changes the minute. One more time, changes the second. It says press 2 to save. So I press button 2. That saves the new time and date. And when I'm done, I press the mode button. I'm back online. Okay, now I have one more thing I want to show you. I want to press the setup button again. And I want to press it a second time. Now this puts me into a setup mode. Now if you only have one type of service, you want to see L1 here. Turning the knob here changes the ticket number, if you'll notice here. So my starting ticket number was 13. If I want to change the starting ticket number to some other number, I can turn the knob and do so. If I press button 1, it changes the type of service. When there's only one button, I need to make sure it says L1, so I'm going to leave it at L1. And you notice that when I go to L2, the ticket number is 3. When I go to L3, the ticket number is 2. So I can change the ticket number for each of the services separately. So we're going to go back to L1 because we only have one button and we're going to deal with one type of service. Now D3, that's the type of display, and 3 means 3-digit display, and pressing the 2 button changes it between D2 and D3. So I can have a 2-digit display or I can have a 3-digit display. And this button, button 3, changes the template file. Now I can have up to 10 different template files on the SD card, and I can have, they'll be numbered with template and some number after it, and the default one is template with an E after it, but template with a 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 gives me alternate ticket files, so I can have different formats of tickets. I can select the format that I want by pressing the button. When I'm done, I can press the mode button and I'm back online again.